A very good morning to the honorable judges, teachers, and my fellow friends. My name is Nafisah Balkis binti Muhammad Arif Wong. I'm currently studying in SMK Taman Kota Kulai in 5 Perniagaan. I have once participated in an essay competition in year 2022 at the district level and had won 4th place. As an SLB member, I hold the position of Secretary in Police Cadet. Other than that, I'm quite interested in learning other languages, such as Mandarin and Korean. I'm actually capable of reading Korean and I'm really fluent in Mandarin. During my leisure hours, I would kill my time by writing short fictional stories and read fantasy novels to improve my writing skills. Which brings me to my next topic. I've recently read a book called My Brother's Shadow, written by Tom Avery. This book was published on September 9, 2014, and have about 190 pages. My Brother's Shadow is a terribly sad tale of a young girl named Kaya, moving through grief and isolation after a traumatic event in her life, which happened to be about her brother who had committed suicide. Kaya is a very well-written character. It's almost as if she's sitting next to you, telling you her life story about how she was able to handle such an emotional experience, telling you how she met a mysterious boy who managed to give her the strength to move forward, telling you her memories of her family before the tragedy and how this boy is helping her to cope with her new world. This story is based on Kaya's feelings, her inner world, and despair. While reading the book, I noticed the unique, delicate, and sparse language it had used. The story plays with your mind, how it does the complete opposite of what you would expect. Kaya's voice is clear and her pain is palpable, reeling the readers in immediately. The voice is one of the strongest. It's written in a way that we can experience the pain with her as we go through an 11-year-old girl's mind, innocent and pure. Even during her brother's funeral, her mind was occupied with how she was missing swimming classes in school, indicating that she was still innocent and has the mind of a child. Kaya likes to write in her book to ease her mind or each time something is bothering her, as she couldn't open up about how and what she truly feels, not even to her own mother. Kaya had mentioned multiple times in the book that her mother had resorted to drinking her depression away, causing her to strain her relationship with her daughter. Kaya would come home to find her crying with the smashed bottle beside her, then gently taking care of her without a word. Reading this particular part had made me feel sympathetic towards Kaya, an 11-year-old girl having to go through grief without her mother's help. In the book, Kaya had used the term frozen multiple times to describe herself and her own mother. She had mentioned that she isn't lazy or slow, but is actually frozen. Since she is still a kid and doesn't quite understand what she's feeling, she used the term frozen to indicate that she couldn't move on from what had happened to her brother. Frozen in her own personal memories and reminding everyone how slow and difficult the thawing process is. She spent most of her time talking to a wild and mute boy who mysteriously appears at her London school, only communicating with her through a flash of his gray eyes. Despite everything, Kaya still befriended him and thinks that he's a good listener. It was then revealed at the end of the book that the mute mysterious boy was actually just a fragment of her mind. He had never existed in the eyes of other people. She wasn't able to cope with everything that has been going on alone, resulting in her having an imaginary friend. Kaya was learning how to slowly let go of her brother, and so is her mother. I like to think that the boy represents her grief. He has been with her almost every step of the way, but slowly fades as Kaya begins to heal. This tale has left me in tears. There were many heartbreaking moments that would definitely make you feel some emotions, especially when it's written in an 11-year-old girl's perspective. Kaya had found her way through her own pits of despair and managed to warm herself up from her frozen state. With the help of her imaginary friend, Kaya was able to feel hopeful one last time and slowly let go of the grief. I recommend this book to the people who want something a little different, a heart-clenching and nail-biting novel, showing the reader how an 11-year-old managed to let go of her brother with her own strength, showing her struggles to let go of the painful memories she had stored in her own mind for a long time, and finally getting the help she deserves and yearned for. This story shows a strong, unimaginable bond between a brother and a sister that is separated between the two worlds that will never collide. This also shows that anyone can master emotions. Kaya's brother was seen very happy around his younger sister that she never even realized that he had suicidal tendencies. If there's anyone that you know has acted really odd, such as giving away their personal possessions, behaving recklessly, showing signs of despair, or acting agitated and aggressive, please offer your shoulder or lend an ear to what has been bothering them. That's all for me about the Brother Shadow. I hope that everything I've told today has given you the interest to try and take a look at this book. Remember to bring a box of tissue while you're at it.